Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 9 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we are waiting on NBC News to take a live news conference about the shooting death of Charlie Kirk that happened yesterday at the Utah Valley University. Now again, this is still coming together. Right now, we anticipated them going live at 9 o'clock. Does not look like that is happening, at least at this point. We are waiting for that to occur. But in the meantime, while we wait for that news conference to get going, we will be going straight to it once it does begin. But do want to give you kind of a breakdown of what we're looking at weather-wise right now across eastern North Carolina. Similar to yesterday, cloudy skies throughout the east. And we are looking again a little bit more rain, at least some heavier rain through some of our northern communities. Right now, Bertie, Martin, Edgecombe, Halifax, Hertford, and Gates County all really registering quite a bit of rain early on this morning. As we head through the rest of the day, we may see a little bit of a decrease in the amount of rain present, but for now, this is kind of the pattern we're going to be stuck with for, I would say, at least the next 3 hours. Now, of course, we are going to continue to watch the winds as they continue to try to push everything in out of the northeast. So long as that area of low pressure stays relatively close to the east, we will see that humidity stay high, and that will help feed some of these rain showers. But that low is expected to pull away from the area as we head through today. So that's why we're anticipating a little bit less rainfall over the afternoon and evening hours than what we'll see for the first half of the day. But even then, we will still have that chance, that opportunity for a few light drops coming down. This is what it looks like through our Washington camera. Right now, 69 degrees, northerly wind at 8 miles an hour, dew points sitting in the mid 60s. Those dew points are going to be coming down today. It's been one of those humid starts to the week, comparatively speaking, to what we had last week, but moving forward from here on out, we will start to see those dew points fall. Later on tonight, overnight lows in the low 60s, and then coming up forward tomorrow night, Friday night, we're looking at overnight lows dropping down into the upper 50s. That will make it feel significantly more comfortable over the weekend. Right now, again, still has that, I don't want to call it a summertime feel because the air temperatures, again, are significantly lower than our seasonal average. We've been about 10 degrees cooler than normal here over the past 2 to 3 days. And so far this morning, we're looking at pretty much the same sort of temperature trend for the day. As we head into the afternoon, still anticipating the mid to upper 70s. Over the past 24 hours, some of us have seen a little bit of a rise in dew points. Others have seen a little bit of a fall. Those of you watching along Highway 17, looks like you guys are just kind of staying steady, not really changing a whole lot in terms of the humidity levels across your areas, but dew points around eastern North Carolina elevated compared to where we were earlier this week. Right now in the mid to upper 60s, with some of us reporting dew points even in the low to mid 70s. Coming up this afternoon, again, upper 70s planned. We may see a peak of sunshine, but I'm not anticipating much. Anticipate more light showers as we head through today. Those will start to decrease though as we head towards 3, 4, and 5 p.m. because that area of low pressure is going to be pulling away from the east, and that's the source of the moisture. North-northeasterly wind blowing in at about 7 to 12 miles per hour today. Again, present, but not a wind that's really going to impact your day-to-day life all that much. Really just something to mention. And for those of you who do like to keep track of the weather with us, you know, dew points usually come down when we have those northeasterly winds. That will be happening later on today. You may say, well, Charlie, we've had northeasterly winds here for the past 3 days. What's been going on? Why haven't they been working? Again, it's that proximity of that low pressure system that tends to be just moisture magnets, and that's why our humidity is still fairly high, because it's essentially pulling in air out of that low pressure system and into the east. So it's taking air that's already saturated and putting it back over eastern North Carolina. Here's what we've got coming up through your Friday. Again, still holding on to those northeasterly winds. Similar story as we wake up early Saturday morning, hanging on to northeasterly winds, but this again is what will help keep that comfortable air very much present across eastern North Carolina. Zooming the picture out a little bit further, again, here's kind of a look at how it's all going to come together. You can see that back up towards the north across West Virginia and Northern Virginia, very dry air present. We probably won't be seeing that dry air working its way down into eastern North Carolina, but we will certainly see a fall in humidity, something again that I know everybody will be able to feel through this upcoming weekend. On both Saturday and Sunday, you're going to wake up overnight lows in the upper 50s. That's going to have that kind of refreshed feel as you walk out the door, get that sunshine hitting you in the face, and again, that cool, crisp fall air just makes it feel a little bit more special. Makes it feel like, you know, maybe a pumpkin spice something is in the works for the day. Hopefully, again, you have a wonderful weekend coming up. Here's a look at, again, big picture of what we've got going on. Very weak surface low. I know that low looks like it's a fairly big deal over eastern North Carolina. It's not that big. It's really a very weak low. Again, if it was stronger, we'd see more rain. But right now, that rain is looking sparse at best because that low is so weak. But once again, it moves out of eastern North Carolina. That's when we start to see, A, a little bit more sunshine, and B, we'll see a little bit more of that fall-like air move in. That happens again thanks to that area of high pressure, and that will keep us pretty sunny through the entirety of the upcoming weekend. Now, here is a look at your full 8-day forecast. Unfortunately, the news conference right now still waiting on it. In fact, I'll pull up so you guys can see it here. This is what we are waiting on. NBC special report is indicating, again, it's still in the works. We are still, again, monitoring that situation of when it does go live. We will bring that live to you. But do again want to highlight your full 8-day forecast. 79 degrees coming up for today. Overnight lows dropping down into the low 60s tonight. But then coming up for your Friday night and Saturday night, it's the upper 50s. And that will really keep those temperatures. Yeah, they're going to be rising over the next 24 to 48 hours. 79 today turns to 81 on Friday and Saturday, 83 on Sunday. So we will be warming up technically through the weekend, but those overnight lows that are going to be falling will make it feel even more comfortable. So it has kind of an opposite effect there, something you're not usually used to seeing, but you know, eastern North Carolina weather can always be a little bit crazy, and it's always fun to embrace that crazy. 83 degrees on Sunday turns to 85 on Monday, and then we'll get back into a chance of maybe a few light coastal showers out there for now. Doesn't really look like we're going to be seeing much in terms of rainfall next week, but we can't completely count out the drops, which is why we have included a 10% chance of rain coming up for Monday, 20% chance on Tuesday and Wednesday, a 10% chance the following Thursday. Also, overnight lows next week, slowly rising, going from 58 degrees Saturday night into Sunday morning to 60 degrees Sunday night into Monday morning. Little rise, probably won't notice it all that much. Still, Monday going to be a very comfortable day. We get back into the mid-60s, and that you will start to feel that humidity come up a little bit more. 64 degrees Monday night to Tuesday. That's a rise in humidity. You'll feel it again Tuesday night into Wednesday with 65 degrees, and then again Wednesday into Thursday at 63. So overall, again, a fairly straightforward forecast. Usually in September, we anticipate we'd see a little bit more in terms of just heat, humidity, and even thunderstorms. Usually this time of year, we are a little bit warmer and we have cold fronts rolling through. And as those cold fronts come in, they provide us with an opportunity for severe weather. Well, they also provide us a bit of a cool down. This year, we had a cooler than average August, which has kind of aided that cool down through the start of September, and we haven't really seen a lot of those cold fronts roll through. That has done great stuff for us, and it has limited our exposure to severe weather. Of course, the other big thing to note is the Hurricane Center. Right now, not really seeing a whole lot out there. The area of concern that the National Hurricane Center is highlighting, in fact, we'll actually pull that up for you right here. And see, there is that 30% chance of formation over 7 days, but the actual area of concern for that zone is right now actually still over Africa. So over the next 48 hours, still not anticipating anything forming in the Atlantic. It's, you know, one of those 7 days out where the area of low pressure they're currently tracking may move into the ocean and then may experience some favorable development conditions. But for right now, nothing that we need to worry about here in eastern North Carolina, because anything that does form over the next 7 days will still be at least 10 days away from reaching eastern North Carolina should the absolute worst happen. Again, that's all great news right now, but it's also one that it's going to knock on wood and make sure that keeps going. Now, again, I know we build this as a special report, a live press conference. They said that they would have this going up at 9 o'clock. Right now, we've got 9:11 on our clock. Just did about a 10-minute weather hit for you. And again, still waiting on those officials to take the podium and NBC to take that special report live. So again, when it does happen, we will bring that press conference to you live. Again, this is regarding the shooting death of Charlie Kirk that happened yesterday. Again, this is one that has really hurt the country. A lot of people, again, are speaking out on this. The discourse that Charlie Kirk provided ruffled some feathers. Others found it very encouraging. The real idea we want people to take away is that violence isn't the answer. Whether you agree or disagree with someone, violence is never going to solve any of those problems, any of those issues. It's only going to inflame them. So again, we are waiting for that update. Until that happens, though, we are going to sign out for now. We will again be back live when that news conference does go live. We apologize again that unfortunately those officials have yet to come up to the podium and start that press conference. But again, we'll be back with the latest when the latest happens. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Thursday, and we'll see you back here coming up in just a bit.
Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate Realty.